nchawa n'iru n'azụ, aka nchawa oge niile, aka nchawa n'iru n'azụ, aka nchawa oge niile, aka nchawa n'iru n'azụ, aka nchawa mere n'ebe m na-azụ ahịa, n'ebe m na-arụ ọrụ. I am evidence of grace. I am glittering in God. Akanchawa kachukwu jiri chọọ m mma. Ana m enwu ka kpakpando ụtụtụ. N'ihi na Chineke mewo m onye ọma. Abụzụ m onye akanchawa. N'ebe m na-azụ ahịa n'ọba akanchawa. N'ebe m na-arụ ọrụ n'ọba akanchawa. N'ezinụlọ n'ọba akanchawa. Akanchawa n'iru n'azụ m. Akanchawa n'iru n'azụ. Akanchawa mere n'ebe m na-azụ ahịa. N'ebe m na-arụ ọrụ.
These friends of the temple, na children of the temple, here was members of Eze-Ana Restoration Evangelical Mission. Akanchawa kunu genwe n'oge a ihe ọbụla unu tinyere aka ga-abụ akanchawa, ahịa unu na-azụ ga-abụ akanchawa, ọrụ unu na-alụ ga-abụ akanchawa. Akanchawa ga-eso unu. Viewers all over the world, egwu ihe nụrụ kịta bụ egwu si na ngalaba na-afụ gbasara mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo n'Ogochi bụ ọdịnala temple a na-akpọ Ụkwa Group led by me. We have all the rights. Ọ bụrụ na like nya bụ egwu ihe nụrụ, jee na audio mark the iTunes chọọ nya bụ egwu ma download well. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, gbọọ m Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi bụ n'Oraifite ma ọ bụ ịkpọọ m Akajude. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja Ugochi bụ ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi rụkwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja na Eze-Ana Restoration Evangelical Mission, rụkwa onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or Eze-Ana evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, achọrọ m ka nkọwalụ what you should know about blood altar and white altar. Yes. Achọrọ m ka nkọwakwalụ gị basic things ị kwesịrị ịma. Ogwụkwazie gị ncha ndị ụka ọbịa mere anyị. Ọ nwe ụbọchị na-ege ntị fụka one preacher na-ekwu sị that we should be praising the whites. Na ọ bụrụ na ha ewetara anyị civilization na anyị ka ga-anọ n'isi wee mụọ na Chinese wee sị na onye na-ekwu ihe aghọtara how things work. The last time I checked, enwere some African countries enwere onye colonized ha. Yes. Ma mara ga-atụ obodo na achọrọ m ịgata aka ka m bidogolo. The cradle of civilization, Egypt. I want to go country, say no ha colonized Egypt on a normal. Even bidogo na story of your Bible. Every story started from Egypt. No they can Bible stories without a call itundanya this si umu Abraham no umu ya. Si we jebo dibo. Being in Africa over 430 years. Egypt today can go to buy mma. Nti odikwa. Idogo bako obodo na-akpọ Ethiopia. Ethiopia was never colonized by anybody. Yes, because they started agitation on time. Ethiopia abụrụ obodo taa. Ha so one of the obodo in Africa that maintained their old name eji mara ha. Ọtụtụ obodo change garịrị afọ ha. Example Nigeria. ịma na Nigeria na ịma na for sure nwunye Lord Lugard etu o si wee si na Niger area wee baa ya aha ịghọtara ya mana ana m achọ ịgwa gị na Nigeria nwebere aha although teaching for another day even before ndị anyarị abịa na 18th century. So mana ihe m na-achọ ịkọwara gị bụ na Ethiopia was never colonized. Go and verify. Ethiopia ka gụrụ be anyị mma. Ama m how many times from fly, but also Ethiopia was one of the best country in Africa with the highest airline. Emego travel mara ugboro na fly go with Ethiopia airline ET. You got there? So Ijeba everything the Jena Addis Ababa everything they harmonized. Ifroka do obodo si wede chiko na anụ security na Ethiopia. Akwụsị ebe. So onye gwara gị human being na-revolve. Ihe niile nwere process. You can close that one or teach for another day. Mana ihe na-achịkọwala gị bụ onye ọbụla na-asị gị na ọ bụrụ na ndị anyarị abịara na anyị ka ga na-agba ọtọ na ame nkọsasị. The last time I checked, Biafran engineers during the war, we are told, designed Ogbunigwe. You know maka the story, abi? Let's read the story. Obodo Igbos were designed Ogbunigwe. They developed go their own because of constant innovation and improvement. Indonesia, obodo ndị a niile enwego ammunition now, enwego Ogbunigwe. Where anyị nwa bụ ụzọ. Had they been nwere ihe gbasara halting of that process, those engineers, they kept them together, keep improving. Today, that Ogbunigwe would have been missing now. I will teach you for another day. But ihe na-achịkọwala gị bụ na involvement ndị ọcha ndị anyarịbịa intervene na Igbo spirituality halted so many things. Mgbe Igbo spirituality kwesịrị the whole Africa, they invaded Africa with foreign man religion, superimposed their way of worship on us, therefore halting our natural process. So to cut the whole story short, I can tell you, no, they did not halt us. For almost 200 years, they wander in the white areas of ignorance based on Ndanya. I can develop spirituality to higher vibrations. However, in Africa, we are still operating within the elemental vibrations. That is why we are still under the vibration of animal sacrifices. I can tell you that animal sacrifices is a starter pack. I'm an actually for people that have matured to some certain level. However, I will say teach it from the Mogotago to that level. However, remember our ancestors built so many altars like Yobi, the Akwari, and the Lichi, and the rest of them in the various families under blood altar. Eban Ebu and Atuaja animals to elemental beings and the animastics. However, with higher vibrations of the higher beings in form of white altar. Let me just divide it here. So, had they been, they did not intervene. Most families would have transformed their own to higher vibrations. Yes. So, blood altar sacrifices is to maintain the altars of the old order. However, in Weriki they maintain all the Obindi Chie and the other Okumo altars na Benagi, natural haji, hemme, they can then Nagiha, Nahana has to. However, on your own, with a higher development, can actually be operating in another level. Yes. Don't forget, and one long time ago, I talk about and one of many keys to tackle or to control human challenges. And what are some challenges the keys of sacrifice can open? Where some challenges keys of meditation can open. Where challenges keys of saraka can open. Where challenges keys of charity work can open. Where challenges free will of total devotion can open. Where challenges, uh, keys of gratitude can open. I can mention them all. So to connect with your spiritual forces is not only via blood sacrifices. What is atonement? What is appeasement? Is to connect yourself with your spiritual forces and to be at peace with them based on the level you operate, based on your vibration, and based on the agreement with your forces. You can erect an altar and decide that this particular altar, that you will not be offering blood sacrifice to it. Yes. Yes. You can erect altar and decide that this particular altar is like white altar. You can only light candle there. Then you can do saraka. Yes. You can do other corporal work of mercy. You can do charity work. Yes, as you plan your altar, and as you arrange your altar, and as your agreement with your spiritual forces, so shall it be. So, but for newcomers, the adherents, the seekers, because in this message, I want to address earnest seekers only. People that earnestly, they are longing for knowledge, they are longing for the truth. If you are new in Igbo spirituality, maybe after consultation, you begin to appease with the forces and the ancestral altars. You begin to appease them. Majority in Africa is blood altars. So you begin to align with them, maybe annually, or as case may be, or during festivals. Aquarium more than a benage, he appease them during blood sacrifices. But don't worry, big about spiritually. You interact with your beings, your forces. Depend on your vibration. They might not be demanding blood sacrifice for your personal altars and personal devotions. That time we might be talking about humanity first. Have you asked yourself why, even in other spiritual vibration and other world religion, why some of them have already transformed to higher vibrations? Yes, because with purest of heart, with noble longing, do you know that whatever that is imaginable is achievable? By keeping your thought pure, by the very purest volition, those things you long for, those things you wish for, can begin to manifest in the land of the living, in this gross material world. I have told you in my previous lecture that whatever is imaginable is achievable. So you on your own, you can start making devotion, purest devotion, meditation. What is important that you key in with your spiritual forces. You are at peace with them. You interact with them. They give you message, and you understand their message. So there were so many ways to kill a rat. That is my point. So you that are an ordinary person, don't be looking down on the Indians, the Chinese people, the Japanese, those people that are into Hinduism, the Shintoism. For your mind, you might think that they are not serious. Believe in me, there are forces listening to them. So gradually, as you know, when you return, you are a seeker, new adherent, you came back to your roots. Yes, normally you start appeasing, aligning to those elemental forces. But I can tell you, there is a certain level you mature spiritually. You now understand how things work. Then a matter that there is power in order, and also you'll be able to know that there is other sense in using other keys for different challenges. And with the case that the only thing that we operate is noble volition, keeping your thought pure. Yes, that will work for you. Even if you offer sacrifice, blood sacrifice, it will not go into open. So I'm urging you as a new person in Eze-Ana. Don't see Eze-Ana is just mere blood sacrifice. That's it. No. You keep the ascent, keep ascending by longing for what is noble, by meditating. You get worried when your forces abankata. By so doing, they will be revealing new options, new knowledge to you, and you will making more friends with other entities. And you are the one holding the key. You can decide. See the covenant. I'm entering with forces, my forces. See what I will be giving. This is what I will be giving, so that it will be convenient for me. You can decide that this particular altar, as I'm directing you today, that this altar is white altar. That is only candle, white candle will be lighting up here. That any other sacrifice we go in the area of charity, meditation, keeping your thought pure, living aright. All those things are sacrifices, because you deny yourself some certain things in order to keep your thought pure. All this is the angles. Once you attend to that particular level, you will understand where I'm going. I know some people that are in kindergarten and primary level will not understand where I'm going. But I can tell you, pay attention to spiritual meditation. Follow us as we are growing to greater heights. You begin to understand that what you don't know remains a mystery till you are not on. See you tomorrow. Logawa Kezo. Number 0805 78 37672 or 0813 8243 871. 9 as we have numbers. You get your time. May the blessing of Chukwu keep be with you all. May you be favored. May you be protected. N'aha Chukwu keep me here. Only can in a Sinaki. Lord,